Chicken, number 7.
So this one might be a little controversial for some. And even for me, I don't know if this will stay on my top 10 because I don't know if I'm going to like the new ones that are coming out. But this has been a good show bonding with my son and being able to talk about introducing controversial topics and different aspects of reality and different aspects of humanity and even thinking spiritually and quantum, like all kinds of crazy shit with my son. This has been the mind bender that's opened his mind on some things that I've rather enjoyed because of those moments. Of course, it's the alcoholic grandpa that living in his house with his degenerate stepson, who is married to his beautiful blonde daughter and has 2 grandkids. And one helps him on crazy adventures. Of course, I'm talking Rick and Morty. Now, they replaced... Rub-a-dub-dub! I'm Pickle Rick! Now, we'll see how the new ones go. I'm trying not to be a dick and judge them. I'll watch it. I'll see if it's any good. But this show, like, it's honestly one, like any stoner show that can get somebody who's sober to watch it is fucking great. Because, like, if you're stoned and watch this, fucking Christ, this is great. But if you watch it sober and still get a goddamn good laugh, and then you take the ideas from it and can have a provocative thought and really like sit there and contemplate, you know, the universe and life and aliens and all the crazy shit. Storyboard aside, like that's cool. But then the story's fun. And it's just adventure after adventure with some crazy thought processes. So I have really, really enjoyed everything they've had to offer so far. I don't have high hopes for the new season. We'll see.
Okay. Rick and Morty. It was one of the funnest, smartest shows on television. The new ones, like, I don't like the new voice actors. I'm sorry. And I do feel like some soul has been taken from it. Like, and I don't know exactly how to describe it, but Rick and Morty did have some of the deeper moments in all. Like, there's one beautiful moment that, like, I'll never forget, and so many people act like this. And it's the scene where, you know, time is getting all fucked up, and there's millions of different timelines that are all splitting up, and they got to get the collars on to bring the timeline back. You all know the episode I'm talking about.
Yep.
And one of the realities, Morty doesn't get it right, and he can't get the collar on. And so Rick puts his collar on him, and he goes, "That's okay. I'm okay with this. Be a better man than me, Morty." And then he sees the collar. The collar! I am not okay with this! Oh, Lord God, Heavenly Jesus in heaven, hear my prayer! Gets the collar and, not today! And like that, like so many people are kind of like that. And so that's what I love that particular scene in Rick and Morty. And then there was the acid bath. Was just like, okay, this is just like you like, and Tony saw my reaction live to that one. We're like, he fucked with us for 35 minutes.
Yep.
For an acid bath. Like, this is a Bugs Bunny bit, okay? What the fuck? This reminded me a bit of a Bugs Bunny bit, and I love the wafer things that he would eat. Like, my dad eats those fucking wafer things, and boomers love those things. You can't get enough of them. So, yeah, but Tony, I've been going on a little bit about Rick and Morty. I got one more thing I want to say, but I'm going to let you go first.
I'll come back to me.
Okay. The last thing I'm going to say about Rick and Morty is just this, is contrast that with, like, The Simpsons, Grandpa Simpson. He was doting, he was idiotic, he was kind of a burden on the family because that was the baby boomers, you know, dealing with the World War II generation. Now, Rick and Morty, he is the undisputed patriarch of the family, despite the fact that it's Jerry's house and Jerry's kids and everything. And unfortunately, think about, like, how many millennials and Gen Xers are still, like, you know, the baby boomers are still very much in control of things, and so it's a very interesting reflection of our society too. And it's also a great way to get your parents to watch. It's like, yeah, he's 71 and he's the most intelligent human in any universe. Okay, yeah. So that's my take on it. So, Tony, what is your number 6 pick, sir?
All right, so my number 6 pick, we've already talked about a little, so this should go a little quicker. But yeah, my number 6 pick is Rick and Morty. I will say this. Yes, Phil, you're right. Like, the new voice actors, Rick's not as good. Morty, I'm actually pretty surprised. He's
pretty close.
He's found a way to really do pretty well.
Oh,
I was surprised. I thought it was going to be the other way around, but no. The only way you can take it is like, you've got to just say, okay, Rick's in a worse place than normal. He's just a little more monotone. That you just kind of got to roll with that mentally. Morty, on the other hand, you get sucked in. It's not as noticeable that it's a different voice actor. That being said,
I haven't listened to any of the new ones yet, so I can't judge yet.
I'm completely caught up on the new ones. I just watched the 2 most recent episodes last night. Oh my god! It somehow, this show still somehow manages to make your jaw drop. When you see an episode for the first time, you're like, oh fuck, that's not where I thought they were going to go. Oh god, why are they doing this? This is uncomfortable to watch. And then you find yourself laughing your fucking ass off. Holy shit, that was an amazing concept. Why would anybody come up with that? It's like, they come up with such a brilliant, stupid story arc that shouldn't be thought of, but they somehow managed to. The Vada Acid episode is some of the greatest fucking writing in television history, Phil. You said, like that. I was so excited to get you to watch that episode. I wanted to see you watch that episode because I knew when that happened, you would lose your shit, and I was not disappointed. It's such good fucking writing. And honestly, I think the thing that really drives Rick and Morty home for me is Rick being such a nihilistic asshole that doesn't care about anything. He just does what he wants because he can.
Super narcissistic. It's so great.
Super narcissistic, super nihilistic, but then at the same time, so begrudgingly caring about people when he doesn't want to be. He wants to be a nihilist, but he
becomes a human when he knows
be one. And he has these, and they do such a great job with this because every time Rick shows his humanitarianism, or he shows his human side, or he shows kindness, or shows a little bit of opening up, it always manages to stab him in the back and nearly get him killed every single time. And that always ends up pushing him further back, and then it's another uphill battle to get him back to that, and it always repeats itself. And I get the most recent episode that just aired Sunday. They went somewhere I didn't think they were going to go to right away, and I was shocked. It's not how I expect them to do it, and it was brilliant. Like, it's brilliant when they bring back characters that you wanted to see. Like, oh, this is how I wanted them to do it. That's not how they're doing it. Oh shit, maybe that was even better. What the fuck do I know? So this show always finds a way to surprise you and make your jaw drop and laugh your fucking ass off. This is, even with the new voice actors, even though they have to churn out a bunch of episodes in a short amount of time, they're so far doing a really good job managing to keep the material very, very good.
Not a lot I can add to that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. No.
Fair.
Love it.
So,